So, have you ever been left wondering, how do you draft a thesis statement for an argumentative essay? In this lesson, you will learn how to draft a thesis statement for your argumentative essay by combining your claim and supporting reasons. The steps for writing an essay. We started off with choosing a topic. Now we're going to develop an argument from that topic. And you guessed it, we're going to start with doing it with a thesis statement. A common mistake that writers often make is that they write an argumentative essay that never states a position. So the readers are reading the essay and they start to question. Well, guess what? If the reader's saying, what is the actual argument? Your argument was weak. So let's take a look at how we can avoid having a weak argument. And the first step we're going to take with this is we're first going to draft a thesis sentence that states your claim and the reasons for your argument or your position. And then we're going to need to edit by asking if the thesis statement states the argument and also the reasons. And finally, we're going to need to ask if the thesis might hold some truth with the audience. So I want to take a look back at my free write and ask myself, what is my claim? And if I go through and just highlight some things here, I start to realize that my major claim is that more people need access to clean drinking water. Well, also in addition to that, maybe I want to add something about Africa, but I could do that in my thesis statement as I develop it. But I also need some reasons why. So what are my supporting reasons? Let's see what I can get out of this. Well, the first thing, it talks about a lot of people without clean drinking water. Okay. So a lot of people are without water. How about this? It talks about health issues from dirty water. Well, that would be health and also dirty water. If they're getting the water from the environment, that would be an environmental concern. So health and environment. And finally, it talks about how people don't have access. So I'm thinking here that I have access to clean drinking water. So all I have to do is turn on a faucet. That saves me a lot of time. What if I spent a lot of time going to fetch water from the nearby river? That might be 2 miles away. I wouldn't be able to make it to school or work on time. I wouldn't be earning money. I wouldn't be making stuff. So if a whole population is doing that, that means that their economy wouldn't be growing. So let's try these as my reasons. I have lack of sanitation causes environmental and health problems. Many people are without clean drinking water, and economic systems are damaged. Then I take those reasons and also the major claim and I start to develop a thesis statement. Now this is much more refined. This might take you longer to get to, but the lack of clean water in Africa has negative impacts on people's health, the health of the environment, and even the health of the economy that leaves many countries unable to improve, which is why more people need access to this precious natural resource. If you even notice, I didn't call clean water, I said precious natural resource. But that's something that you can have fun with, play around with, and see how solid you can make your thesis statement. How do I determine if my thesis statement will be effective? 3 questions here. Did I state what I'll be arguing? Did it clearly tell my reader what the essay is going to be about? And does it possibly hold true for others? So right there, I'm talking about access to clean drinking water or clean water in general. I'm talking about the reasons why, and I think it would be something that a lot of people would care about. So here, the steps we took to get us to that point: draft a thesis sentence that states your claim and the reasons for your position. We needed to edit by asking if the thesis states the argument and the reasons. And finally, ask if the thesis might hold some truth with the audience. If you're not happy with it, you can always go back and revise, and hopefully you will throughout the process, because it is just a draft. In this lesson, you learned how to draft a thesis statement for your argumentative essay by combining your claim and supporting reasons.